Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel and today's video. So the Swedish word of the day is bear, which is in Swedish björn. Björn. I see this all the time, especially after the show Vikings, that people tell me that no, Paulina, you're saying it wrong. It's Björn. And I'm like, no, I am Swedish, I know. Björn is a Swedish name and it's not Björn. It is spelled Björn. Björn doesn't mean anything in Swedish, but Björn does. It's a name, but it's also the name of a bear or a björn. So I thought that we would do our makeup together today, and I asked you guys on Instagram what you wanted to see. I actually pulled up two different palettes. I asked you if you wanted to see a look with the Älva Girl Pro Artistry palette that looks like this. It's very pretty. Or if you wanted to see a look with the Älva palette from Odens Eye, which looks like this. And you guys wanted to see this one, so this is the palette we're using today. I think I want to do something yellow and purple today. So I'm gonna take my eyeshadow primer from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I need the tiniest bit of this. This is probably like even too much. This is all I do, and I actually don't like the ABH primer just because it creases on me because I have hooded eyes, so I take super small amount. And then what I need to do is that I need to take some powder right here, because otherwise my mascara ends up here and it's not a cute look. So I am going to start off with the shade Jasmine, which is this one. So Odens Eye is actually a Swedish brand. So obviously I feel a little bit connected to them, and they are inspired by the Nordic fairies. Like this palette is inspired by the Garden of the Nordic Fairies, I think it is. But what I will say is that if you are going to purchase this and you live in Sweden and you think that it's just gonna be a quick little thing-a-ling, no. They ship from China, I think it is. They are cruelty free. Like, you have to pay taxes and such. I was really surprised at that because they contacted me. I got this in PR, full translation. All the products from the brand that I'm gonna show you guys, I did get in PR. They contacted me a while ago, asked me if I wanted to try their products, and I was like, hell yeah. I don't know why I'm just adding on more color because I don't need it. Now I'm gonna take the shade Camellia, which is this one right here. But I did have to pay taxes in order for it to arrive to me. Just so you are aware of that, if you are buying from this brand and if you are Swedish and you think that you won't have to pay taxes. The mattes in this palette are very nice in my personal opinion. I feel like they are very, very creamy, and they are very easy to blend out. The shimmers, I did actually post a little picture on this palette on my Instagram a while ago. And oh my god, some people were like, oh my god, is that pressed glitters? And I was like, no. They have this sort of super shock formula, I would say. So they have this creamy texture to them that makes them kind of appear a little bit like pressed glitters on camera or in photos, but they are not. And I just feel like I need to say this. I have a patch right here. I have talked about this before, but just so you don't think that it is the eyeshadow, because for some reason eyeshadow just doesn't stick here, and I don't know why. It's not the product. I'm taking a little bit of a smaller brush, and now I'm gonna take the shade Peony, which is this deep purple. Okay, I'm gonna try something because I was going to do an all matte look, but I think it's good for you guys to see how the shimmer performs as well. So Peony, we're not gonna do a halo eye. I'm just gonna take this in my outer corner. And I know I don't need to explain myself, but my skin, first day of period, whoop whoop. So I always get hormonal breakouts like right around my chin, and then sometimes here. Oh, I have some SPF not blended in. Now I'm just gonna take a little pencil brush, and then I'm just gonna blend this out. This is, by the way, not a first impression. I have used this palette many times. And then I'm just gonna go back and blend this out. What I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna take the shade Sunflower, which is this a little bit more like orangey yellow, and then I'm gonna take it, let's see here, I'm gonna take it like down to here perhaps, and then I'm gonna take the shade Lilac, and I'm gonna see if I can kind of go over that. Don't know, but we'll see. So we're gonna start off with this color, and this color I have actually never used, and I feel like this isn't as the other colors. This is a little bit more like a shimmery color, but I wanted to apply it dry just so we can see how it performs. But I am pretty sure that it's gonna apply a little bit better if it's wet. Not that it applies bad here. Okay, I will spray my brush just so we can see how it looks on this eye wet. So that's what we're starting off with. Now I want to take, I think I'm gonna take the same brush. I'm just gonna wipe it off. This is a brush we got in the Naked Honey palette. I say we as in all of us bought it. I have coated my brush, and now I'm just gonna take it right here. Oh, this is so pretty. And then I'm just gonna go over this yellow a bit. Oh, that's so pretty, and it totally changes the look as well. So we're gonna do the same thing here. So again, I'm just kind of stamping it on, and I did spray my brush a little bit, and then I'm just trying to go over it a little bit so we add a little bit more oomph to the orangey yellow color. I don't dislike this, I really don't, but I don't love it either, so I will actually cover up the yellow part because I don't really think that it fits. So what I will do is that I will take the shade Dahlia, which is this one, and I'm just gonna coat this on a packer brush, and then I'm going to just go over it. Just like so. I think that this looks so much better. What I really love about these shimmers is that, as I've said, they have so much dimension to them, and I've talked about this so much that that is something that is something that I'm looking for right now, because I feel like I don't want the normal shimmer. I want something with a little bit more oomph to it, because I have so many shimmers, so we kind of want something to be a little bit more elevated now. And I feel like this is the way to go. And one thing I will say is that they aren't like the Super Shock shadows, but they are like the Super Shock shadows. They are a bit more crumbly, and as you can see, they contain fallout. At least I hope you can see the shimmers I'm talking about. So what I need to do is just to wipe this off, and then I will come back and we can do the face and lips and cheeks and everything. So I'm just gonna remove this and I'll be right back. So I did a little wing as well, and obviously they are uneven, but we're just gonna ignore that and we are going to go in with this primer. This is the Soft Focus Glow from Milani. Bloop, bloop. This is like a dewy primer that has a little bit of a glow to it. It's not dewy as in like oily, but it has a little bit of a sheen to it and luminosity, which hopefully you can see. For foundation, I'm taking my Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer from CoverGirl, no, from ColourPop, that I'm mixing with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation, and I just mixed them on my leg. And then I'm just gonna go in with my EcoTools sponge and blend this out. I like the mix of this, but I just wish that the pump on the ABH foundation was better, and that the Anastasia foundation was a little bit lighter, because it's a lot darker than my skin tone. But that's okay, we can fix it with some bronzer and everything. So I waited a little bit just to let this sit, because my sponge was a little bit too wet, so I just wanted it to sink into my skin. But I feel like it has oxidized a little bit, and I feel like it does that a lot. Don't know, I think it is the ABH foundation and not the one from ColourPop. I'm taking my Milk Makeup bronzer stick, and I'm just gonna apply it to my skin. So I wanted to talk about something. I have gotten, oh my god. Oh my god. When I take too much bronzer or blush, I always go in with my sponge like this. And it looks way better. So anyway, I've gotten so many questions like if I've lost weight and if I'm feeling good, or you know, if it's just like, okay, or if I've done something. Yes, I have lost weight. I have lost more than 20 pounds. I don't know exactly how much I've lost actually. I know that it is more than 20 pounds. I am very, very happy with it, and it is something that you guys know. I told you guys that I disappeared because I had a little bit of a health scare. It had nothing to do with my weight, but when I had that, I just felt like enough is enough, because life is just gonna get harder, and it's just gonna get harder for me to start taking care of myself and taking care of my body and everything. And if it's not now, it's gonna come later. And I'm not saying that if you're heavier than me, you have to lose weight or whatever, but it's just like I felt so miserable in my body. I have told you this before, but I've never been as big as I were. So I was just not really feeling myself, and I just hated how my body looked. So I felt like it was time to do something and stop complaining about it, but I didn't want to come here and talk about it on camera. I'm just gonna take my concealer, my Tarte Shape Tape. Let's do 2 dots on each side. And then I'm gonna take my Makeup Revolution one in the shade 10.2, C10.2, because this is running so freaking low. I have taken out the stopper. I'm just trying to scrape the sides so that I can get everything out. But yeah, the Tarte one is too light for me, so that's why I'm trying to deepen it up a little bit. It's time to do this. It's time to take my Älva Girl foundation. You guys know I told you that I am not gonna buy that much anymore, so I'm trying to use what I have. So now I just took a few pumps in this one. I'm just gonna blend it. Ooh. Okay, like so. I'm just doing this so that I can go through the concealers that's too light for me. So the reason I didn't want to talk about it on camera is that I talked about it so much that, oh, I'm gonna start losing weight now, and then nothing happens, because some days you're motivated and some days you're not, and I didn't want to come on here and talk about it, and then people would be like, what happened to your weight loss? And I would just be ashamed yet again. So I decided not to, and I thought that I'm just gonna take care of my body, and I'm just gonna do it off camera. It's not something that I feel like I need to talk about. And then also, every time I talk about it, I get critiqued for it, because some people don't think that you should talk about weight problems or weight on YouTube or at all, because you shouldn't encourage that. But again, I feel like if you shouldn't talk about like weight problems and everything, you shouldn't talk about alcohol or substance abuse or any of these harder topics. I feel like you can talk about it, but you don't have to encourage people to starve themselves or whatever it might be. I'm taking my Too Faced Peach Perfect powder, loose powder, and I'm just gonna set my under eyes, and I got a little bit in my mouth, and it's so tasty. But yeah, I feel like if you are triggered by weight and everything, then you shouldn't watch videos that contains that sort of topic, because that kind of leans on you then. But anyway, what I've been doing is that I've taken longer walks with my dog, with Niklas. I still eat everything. So I eat like candy and rice, pasta, and everything like that. I'm not excluding anything, but it's just that I don't eat like candy every single day. I eat it maybe once a month, and then for dinner I just eat until I'm full, but I eat different things than I normally would have. So instead of having like a ginormous bowl of pasta, maybe I have a little bit of pasta and then I eat a salad. And instead of eating a salad that contains a lot of cucumber and tomatoes that I personally don't feel full on, I eat carrots and stuff like that instead. That is gonna keep me fuller for a longer period of time. So I just went off camera to do my under eyes, and I just kept it very, very simple. I took the shade Peony, which is this one right here, and then I took the shade Sunflower and Golden Tulipa that I blended in together just to put right here. So that's that. And then mascara, you guys know which mascara I was using. We're gonna bronze a little bit, and I'm gonna take this bronzer from Milani. This is the Sun Kissed Silky Matte Bronzer. Silky matte bronzer in the shade Sun Kissed. And I'm just gonna bronze up my skin a little bit. Again, I haven't wanted to talk about my weight and everything because some people always get mad at you when you are talking about it. But I just wanted to say that I am very, very healthy. Well, I am doing it in a very healthy way. I am letting it take time. So it's not like previously to this, I have been like, oh, I need to lose weight super fast and I need to lose like 10 pounds in a week. So I'm starving myself and I am working out all the time, and it's just not a good time. That's not what I'm doing now. Again, I'm letting time pass. It's okay. It's okay to eat a hamburger if you want to. It's okay to eat chips if you want to. But I'm trying to make it a little bit more sustainable. I don't want to go on a diet. I just want to change my lifestyle. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Instead of me excluding pasta and potatoes and everything like that I actually love to eat, I am allowing myself to eat it, but I'm just trying to eat less of it. So the brand sent me 6 blushes, but I only kept 3 of them, and 3 of them I have given away to some of you guys because I felt like I wasn't going to use them. So instead of me just hoarding them, I thought that I could give them away to you guys. But the first shade is this one. This is Sweet Peach. Looks like this. It's a little bit more of a purple situation going on. Then we have the shade Apricot Girl, which is this one. This was very, very pretty actually. I think that's the one I'm gonna use. And then we also have the shade Ripe or Reap Papaya. Oh no, this is the one I'm gonna use. And you can also see that there is a little fairy in it. So I'm just gonna dip in, tap it off, and then just apply it to my cheeks. Ooh, this was a very, very pretty color. And you guys know I love blush, so I'm taking a lot of it. I'm also gonna take a little bit on my nose. Ooh. That was maybe a little bit too much, but that's okay. A little bit on my forehead, on my chin, because you can never have too much blush. And then for highlight, I'm gonna take my Amrezy highlight, and I'm just gonna start with this. I will take another, I can't talk. I have such a hard time sometimes saying the word another. I don't know why. But I will take another highlight on top of this. I'm just gonna put this down like a base. And then I'm gonna take my Kaleidos highlight in the shade Space Age number 2. Looks like this. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is a little bit more pinky. Tapping it off, and then I'm just gonna go over it so we get a little bit more of that pinky cutie, pinky base. No, topper I mean. So in this collection, Odens came out with 6 liquid lipsticks, but I only have 5 of them. One of the colors was a little bit too yellowy tone for me, so I actually gave that one away to one of you guys. But I did swatch all of them so you could see what they look like. So here you have them on my arm. They are all in this same kind of family, I would say. The only thing that I can critique on this is that I wish that there were a little bit more of like maybe a cooler tone one. I know we have this one right here, but I kind of wish that there were maybe a purple or something along those lines in this collection, because I feel like I don't really have anything to pair with my eyes. But I will go through all of the colors with you just so you know what the shades are in case you wanted to purchase one of these. So I swatched them in order. So this is the shade 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. Because number 3 I don't have, and this first one is Red Apple, the other one is Apricot Girl, Sweet Peach, Dry Dates, and the last one is Perfect Plum. The scent is out of this world. It smells like it smells super fruity. I love the scent of this, and I am going to take the shade Perfect Plum. I feel like this is the one that is gonna work best with this look. So this is the finished look, and I don't know if I feel like this goes together, so I will take a little bit of my pixie gloss just to go over it. I'm just taking it on my finger because I feel like I need a little bit more pinkiness to this look. This is in the shade Parfait. So if we're just gonna talk about the products, I will say that the liquid lipsticks are so comfortable. So first and foremost, I really love the scent of them, but I also really love how comfortable they are. They are so comfortable, it's insane. The shade Dry Dates, which is the deepest one, is a little bit more work when you apply it. You kind of have to go in with 2 layers to make it opaque. But other than that, like, they are liquid lipsticks that I have never come across before. They are so comfortable, and when you put them on, you kind of don't feel like you have them on. So they aren't like these really thick liquid lipsticks, and they are also completely kiss proof. They do dry down on your lips. Then I'm just gonna talk really quick about the blushes, because it's a blush, like it's a powder blush. I feel like they look very pretty on the skin. I love the packaging once again. I think that the packaging is really cute. It comes with a little mirror in case you are liking that. I love the imprint in it, and it is fully matte. They blend out really beautiful. And then lastly, let's talk about the eyeshadow palette that we are all very excited about. I will zoom you guys in because I really want you to see the intenseness and sparkle of the shimmers. So I'm gonna look in the viewfinder, but I hope you can see that I turned down the brightness just so you could see a little bit more of how they look like and how wet it looks, but still it has so much glitter to it. It is such a cool color, and the formula is so unique. So the palette looks like this. The packaging is like the other packaging, very pretty. It comes with a mirror just like that, and then it comes with 16 shades, 6 of them are mattes, and then 10 of them are shimmers. If I could critique them, you guys know I love my mattes, so I would prefer more mattes than shimmers, but that is just a personal preference. Maybe you're not like that. Maybe you want a little bit more shimmer to be able to amp it up. But I love the fact that they did include a yellow shimmer as well, because I feel like, imagine taking this one in your crease and then taking one of the shimmers on your lid and then going out the door, like popping out to work, to the beach, or wherever you're going during the quarantine, to the grocery store. Then that would be so pretty. I feel like the shimmers, they do contain fallout, but just spray your brush and maybe you'll be fine. The mattes are very good. I like them. They are blendable. They are very pretty in my personal opinion, and they are very good. But the shimmers is the star of the show to me. Again, they are out of this world. They are nothing like I have in my collection, and you guys know I have been talking about the fact that I want shimmers that has an impact to them, like shimmers that's not just a normal everyday kind of shimmer. I want shimmers that has oomph to them. This one has like different kinds of glitter, and they're just like, this one I can see has like yellow glitter to it. This one has like purple glitter to it. So to me, they are super unique and I really appreciate it. They have more palettes and they have more products, and when everything settles down, I might consider picking some of the palettes up, because I think that the other palettes that they have are beautiful as well, and I would love to have them. I would love to use them because I just think that they are fantastic. I will link to the brand's website down below, so you can go ahead and check them out if you want to, or if you have any questions about the product or whatnot. You can always go to their website to see it there. But that was all from me today. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy the video, give me a thumbs down, and subscribe to my channel if you want to, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!